another episode on the talk show. I remain the whole Tanimola. This month, by God's grace, I'll be rounding off on the intimacy series that I've started for quite a number of months now, and I trust that you have been blessed tremendously from the episode that I've shared so far. By God's grace, I'll be having a special feature later this month to round off this series. It will be an interview session that will involve my wife and I, where we'll be answering your questions on intimacy as singles, as married couples, and I trust that that will bless your life tremendously. If you want your questions to be answered, send a WhatsApp message to the number that will be showing on your screen now, or drop your questions on the comment section below. I trust that that episode will be a blessing to your life. Today, I'll be discussing on the subject, 3 essential stages of intimacy in a relationship. We must understand that if we want to enjoy strong marital relationship, we must master these 3 essential stages of intimacy. Now, we must understand that each of these stages are very vital to the survival of any marriage. I mean, to the experience of heaven on earth marriage. And you must understand the concept of these stages and how you are meant to go through these stages and enjoy the reality of heaven on earth marriage. The first stage is intimacy with God. This is very, very important. This is foundational. This is one of the primary intimacy you must build growing up. What do I mean by this? It means you must be connected with God the way that you ought to be. You must have a deeper relationship with God. You must have a deeper walk with God. It is very essential. It is very important. The Bible says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. If we want to enjoy success in our relationship, if we want to enjoy tremendous achievement in our marriage, then we must understand that we need to have a foundation of intimacy with God. What is this intimacy with God going to do for you? It will do for you 4 basic things. The first thing that it will do for you is that it will bring into an awareness of your purpose in life. And until you discover your purpose in life, the reason why you are created, the reason why you are sent to this world, you have not truly started living. Now, if you don't understand and identify your purpose in life, then you have no business going into marriage, because marriage was created for a purpose. In fact, marriage was created to help us fulfill our purpose better, easier, and with a joint and mutual agreement between 2 partners in order to enjoy speedy progress and tremendous results in our purposes. So we must understand that the first thing that intimacy with God will bring to you is that it will help you to discover God's purpose for your life, which is very important. The second thing that it will do for you is that it will help you to develop the discernment and spiritual sensitivity. If you are well discerning and you have a strong spiritual sensitivity, then you will be able to enjoy a tremendous success in your relationship. Now, the third thing to do for you when you have developed discernment and spiritual sensitivity, the next thing that ability gives to you is that it will help you to accurately identify the right partner that God has ordained for you. The first and most important aspect of marital success is making the right choice of a partner. If you try to apply every strategy in a wrong relationship, it will not still work. You must enjoy heaven on earth marriage. The first and primary thing that you must focus on is accurately making the right choice of your marital partner. It is very important. That is what intimacy with God will do for you. When you are intimate with God, you'll be able to right person for you. You'll be able to accurately discern the perfect person that God has ordained for you to journey together in life under the marriage covenant. And this is important. The fourth thing that this intimacy with God will do for you is that it will expose you to the wisdom of God. And when you access God's wisdom, you are able to walk through life as a winner, as a conqueror. It is very important. It is the wisdom of God that gives us victory in life. When you understand this, when you have access to God's wisdom, you'll be able to scale through every challenges that will come your way in that relationship, in your marriage, in future, in your career, in whatever you do. That is what intimacy with God does for you. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1, it said, a wise woman builds a house. That is, it takes wisdom to build a house. It takes wisdom to run a family. And that is what God, the intimacy with God, does for you. It brings you it gives you access to divine wisdom, which is very important. The second stage of intimacy in a relationship is what I call the interpersonal intimacy or friendship. Now, this is very important. A lot of people, they get it right with the choice of a marital partner, but at this stage they miss it. You must understand that if you miss it at this stage, your marriage may be married to the right partner, but that marriage will not enjoy the full realities of heaven that marriage. What does this mean? This interpersonal intimacy. It means that you get to know your partner on a deeper and a closer level. You get to know your partner, every aspect of your partner's life. You know, a lot of people, they say they get a lot of unpleasant surprises about their partners when they get married. This is because they have not spent enough time, quality time, to bond with their partner on a personal level. I am not saying that you know everything about your partner before you get married, but there are certain core things that when you build interpersonal intimacy with your partner before marriage, you will be able to know those core things and make sound and accurate decision whether you are going to go forward with that relationship or you are going to back out. Like they used to say that a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. I want to say that this interpersonal intimacy gives you awareness of whether this relationship with this partner is going to work out well or is not going to work out well. You'll be able to know whether you can work together in this marriage. The Bible says in Amos 3:3, can two work together except they be agreed? This is the level, this is the stage that you will know as a surety whether you are committed, whether you are ready to move on with this partner into marriage institution. And we have 5 categories of connection, 5 categories of intimacy that this stage entails. The first category is the spiritual connection or the spiritual intimacy. What do you do at this level? What you do at this level is that you bond with your partner spiritually. You get to understand your partner's beliefs, values, spiritual affiliations. You get to know, you get to align your beliefs together. You get to bond with your partner on your beliefs, on your affiliations. You must understand that you cannot work together if you are not on the same spiritual level. When I say spiritual level, I'm not talking about the growth level. We all have different levels of growth in different aspects of our lives, including our spiritual lives. But I'm saying that there are certain fundamental principles that you must be able to align and connect together spiritually. Principles of faith, principles of fasting and prayer, principles of prayer, principles of the study of the word, principles of making the Bible the governing principle for your home, principles of tithing, you must be able, principles of speaking in tongues. I mean, you must be able to connect together spiritually on this level. If, for instance, your partner doesn't believe in the gift of speaking in tongues, then how can you pray effectively together as one? If your partner, for instance, does not believe in the importance of regular study and communion with the world, how can you be spiritually connected the way you ought to? Then it means that if you are not spiritually connected the way you ought to, there are so many battles that you face in life, in your marriage, that you will not be able to overcome. And I'm telling you, there are many battles you will face. When we are saying heaven on earth marriage, we are not saying that it is an experience without battles. We are not saying that it's an experience without challenges. We are saying that it's an experience, even though with challenges, we are always more than conquerors. We always overcome. Even though there are battles to be fought, we always win because we are always on the winning side. That is what heaven on earth marriage means. So you must be able to connect on this spiritually, in order for you to be able to enjoy tremendous success in your marriage. The second category of connection that you must have on this interpersonal stage of intimacy is the intellectual connection, intellectual intimacy. This is talking about bonding together in your value, in your ideologies, bonding together in your mindset, the principles you live by, the philosophies of your life. You must be able to connect together your ideas. That is, you are able to connect on an intellectual level. This is talking about the bonding and aligning your mindset together, your ideologies, your ideas, your principles of life, your philosophies of life. You must be able to align these things together. I said the scripture I quoted the other time, Amos 3:3, can two work together? I said if they agree. A lot of partners, they cannot have intellectual conversations together. And this is the loophole that external parties are using to penetrate into their marriages, into their relationships. If your partner cannot communicate with you, cannot connect with you on an intellectual level, it means that you will seek for other partners to connect with, and that may expose you to unnecessary temptations. You must understand this. Both of you must be able to connect on connect intellectually, mentally. You must be able to have intellectual conversations. Have conversations around your passions. Have conversations around your purpose. Have conversations around your ideals, your ideologies, your mindset. You be able to align your mindset together. Say, for instance, if your mindset about marriage is wrong, then you will not be, if your mindset about your marriage is contradictory, you will not be able to enjoy success in your marriage. There's no way you can. There's no way. There is no way. If one partner believes that, oh, my parents are my parents, they still take the primary role in my life, then you cannot connect the way you want to connect. Because the Bible says, for this cause a man shall leave his father and his mother shall cleave unto his father. So you must be able to connect on an intellectual level. You must be able to connect, aligning your mindset together, having a complementary belief, complementary ideas, working together the way you ought to work together. If you don't believe in giving and your partner, if your partner believes in giving and you don't believe in being generous, if they are stingy and your partner is generous, then how can you work together? You must be able to connect intellectually. The third stage, the third category of connection you must build is the experiential connection. Or let me say experiential intimacy. What do I mean by this? It means that we are saying that you must be able to connect together in a way that is experiential. It could be going together on a journey, on a trip. It could be attending ceremonies together. It could be working on a project together. What does this do for you? What this What this does for you is that it helps you to be able to work together, to see whether you can work together and be happy together. It could be your partner helping you to prep for that exam that you want to do. You are just doing something together. That creates a level of intimacy between both of you, that you are able to find solace and compliment in one another and complement one another on your journey in life, because marriage is all about complementing one another. The Bible says it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make for him an helper suitable. That word suitable is talking about an helper that is complementary. Someone complementary. So on this journey, we are talking about two people that are ready to complement one another. So having these things, having this adventure together helps you to connect the way you want to connect. Be playing game, a board game together. It will be playing a video game together. You are just, it shows that you can work together and enjoy each other's company, because marriage is all about enjoying one another's company. If you cannot enjoy one another's company, your marriage will be boring. Your marriage is likely not to last. It's likely not to last, and you must understand this. You must understand that friendship is core to a lasting marriage. You must be the friend of your partner. That's what we are talking about. You must connect. You must connect with your partner on an interpersonal level. Now, the fourth thing, the first connection you must make is the emotional connection. This is the most delicate category of connection, of intimacy. It is very delicate. Why? Because this is talking about sharing your affections, sharing your feelings, sharing your fears, exposing your fears, exposing your weaknesses and your strengths, exposing your vulnerabilities. And this takes a lot of trust, deep trust. It takes a lot of security on the part of each partner. It takes a feeling of safety around your partner. Emotional connection. It is very important. A lot of partners, they are not emotionally connected. And once you are not emotionally connected with your partner, then your relationship, your marriage is on the verge of breaking up. That is the secret. Because emotional connection is talking about getting access into the soul of your partner, knowing your partner deeply, their soul, their deepest fears, their deepest secrets. A lot of people don't have secrets that they don't want to come out of. They don't want to expose. They have shells that they have built over the years that they don't want to come out of. Then but you must, if you want to enjoy deep intimacy with your partner, enjoy heaven on earth marriage, then you must be able to access these secrets, their deepest secrets. They must be free enough, safe enough with you, trust you enough to bring you into that shell that they have created over the years. They must trust you enough to expose their secrets. They must trust you enough to relay their past with you. Until you know the soul of your partner, you have not really connected with your partner. This is very important. This is very vital. It is core. This is the most important category of this connection. It is very delicate. It's very delicate. And this is why you must understand how to connect this way. Your partner wants to connect with you emotionally. They want to share their feelings. They want to talk about their affection. They want to talk about the things that they are, the secrets that they have kept. They want to talk about their past, but they want to be able to know. They want, before they share these things with you, they must know of a certainty that they can trust you, that they are safe with you. They must be able to allay their fears. Some people have fears of abandonment, they have fears of rejection, they have fears of control, they have fears of manipulation, they have fears of abuse. In order to get into their soul and know the core of their soul, you must be able to create an atmosphere of trust. It is very important. They must feel safe with you. This is talking about emotional connection. It's talking about the fact that you know your partner deep down. That is, when they say your partner does something, you can Say, no, that cannot be my wife. I know what my wife can do. I know what she cannot do. I know what my husband can do. I know what he cannot do. You are sure of a certainty, 100%, that if you are talking about my wife, you are talking about my partner, these are the things I know for certainty he can do or she can do. And these are the things I know for certainty that he cannot do or she cannot do. The question now is, how can I build this emotional connection? I'll give you 5 tips on how you can build this emotional connection. The first thing is to create an atmosphere of open, sincere, and safe communication. Make sure that your relationship, you have open communication, you have sincere communication, you have safe communication. That is, communication is safe between yourself and your partner. It is very important. The second thing is this: listen without being judgmental. This is very important. Be a non-judgmental listener. Listen without judging your partner. When your partner relay his or her past to you, don't be judgmental. When he or she relays her secrets to you, don't be judgmental. When he or she express her vulnerabilities, don't be judgmental. When he or she relays and shares her feelings and affection with you, don't be judgmental. Be a non-judgmental listener. This is very important. The third tip is take the lead in being emotionally connected with your partner. If you want your partner to connect with you emotionally, you must be able to take the lead. Take the lead to be emotionally connected to him. Take the lead to be emotionally connected to her. If you are not happy with the way you are emotionally connected, with your emotional intimacy, then take the lead. One of my favorite scriptures says in Matthew chapter 7 verse 12, he says, whatever you want others to do unto you, the message says, take initiative and do unto them. Take the initiative. If you want her to be transparent, you've got to be transparent first. If you want her to be open, you've got to be open first. If you want her to trust you, you've got to present yourself as being trustworthy. You don't expect people to trust you if you have not earned their trust. And how can you earn their trust? You must be able to trust them. You must be able to trust your partner if you want him or her to trust you. So take the lead. The fourth tip I'll give you here is show regular appreciation and affirmation. Appreciate your partner. Appreciate the fact that they can give you access into their souls. It is a real privilege. It is not a lot of time people find it difficult to bring people into the core of their soul. So the little they have shared with you, what they have, their feelings, their affection they have shared with you, their secrets that they have relayed with you, their vulnerabilities that they have expressed to you, appreciate them for that. Appreciate them for the little things they have shared with you. Appreciate them for the little access they have given to you into their souls. And in that way, you'll be able to access more, to gain more access. The fifth tip I'll give you here is be ready to allay their fears. I mentioned earlier that there are various fears of intimacy that people here have. You must be ready to allay these fears. Give them confidence that no, I'm not like your former partner that abandoned you. Let them be confident that they are safe with you. Let them be confident that they can trust you. Let them be confident that their vulnerabilities will not be used against them if anything happens. Let them be confident that they will not be controlled, they will not be manipulated because they have shared their feelings and their affections with you. You must be able to allay their fears. It's very important. Now, the fifth category of connection, which is not as compulsory as the other four, especially before marriage, but necessary during marriage, is the physical connection or the physical intimacy. This is talking about the non-sexual touch. The hugs, the embrace, the pecks on the forehead and things like that. Before marriage, at this stage of interpersonal connection, you can build a physical connection by holding hands. Holding hands together in prayers, holding hands together while walking, yourselves on the shoulders, pecking yourself on the forehead, or even hugging. So far you are able to avoid sexual temptations. So far those things cannot lead you into sexual temptation. So you can build this connection. And when you are married, you are free to express all these things. Now, under interpersonal intimacy, I said on this stage of interpersonal intimacy, I said we have 5 categories. The spiritual intimacy, spiritual connection. How can you ensure this? Study the scriptures together, pray together, understand yourselves, pray together, go to meetings together, go to attend seminars together, attend conferences together, listen to tapes and teachings together, listen to teachings like this together. In that way, you'll be able to connect spiritually the way you ought to connect. It is very important. Now, you will notice that I didn't mention visions and purpose all through this interpersonal intimacy. This is because these are the main things that your connection, this interpersonal intimacy must center around. Because marriage is designed for a purpose. It is designed to fulfill a purpose. It is designed to accomplish your vision in life, to accomplish your purpose in life. So under this interpersonal intimacy, in the spiritual under the spiritual connection, you must be able to share your visions and your purpose. The spiritual side of your purpose. Purpose is spiritual. It's primarily spiritual. You must be able to share what God has shown you, what you have discovered concerning the reason for which God has created you. You must be able to share with your partner. Then you must be able to share the intellectual aspect of that vision, of that purpose. Because every purpose, every vision has intellectual aspect. The aspect of strategies on how to accomplish that purpose, on how to actualize that vision. Then you share that one together. Then there's the experiential aspect, where you can embark on little projects and things like that together in line with your visions and your purpose. Then there's the emotional aspect. This is talking about the deeper aspect of your purpose. I mean, the deep secrets that God has shown you that you cannot afford to reveal to just anybody except the person that you can trust and you feel safe with. And it is very important. So your interpersonal intimacy before marriage should be centered around your visions and your purpose in life, and how you can work together complementarily, how you can complement one another. The goal is that the goal of this interpersonal intimacy is for you to know whether the two of you can work together on this journey, on this marital journey. Your parts you cannot afford that your parts be contradictory. Your parts must be complementary, and this is very, very important. This is very vital in order for you to enjoy heaven on earth marriage. It is very important, and you must understand that the common denominator in all these things is time. Now, the third stage of these stages of intimacy is the sexual intimacy. Now, this sexual intimacy is exclusive for the marriage institution, the marriage institution and the marriage institution alone. You must understand it. It is exclusive for the marriage institution. This is when you express yourself in the deepest physical and emotional sense. You express your deepest physical and emotional affection with your partner, with your spouse. Sexually, this is the sexual aspect of your marriage. Now, you must understand that if you have built a solid intimacy in the other stages, the first two stages, then this sexual intimacy becomes more fulfilling. It flows naturally. If you have connected on an interpersonal level as friends, then you can flow sexually the way you should flow. Sex will not be awkward. Sex will not be robotic. Sex will not be mechanical. Sex should be an overflow of the intimacy you have created, the interpersonal intimacy you have created between yourself and your partner in the marriage. This is how it works. This is how you can enjoy the fullness of God's ideal for your marriage, which is heaven on earth marriage. Now, you must understand that the common denominator with all these stages is time, communication, and trust. You must be able to trust one another. You must be able to trust one another. And trust is not demanded. Trust is earned. You must understand how you can earn trust. Maybe one of these episodes I will talk about trust deeply. How you can earn trust with your partner. How you can restore a trust that has been breached. Then communication. Communication is important. You cannot be intimate with someone except you master effective communication. How to communicate effectively. I cannot know you if I don't ask you questions. I cannot know you if I don't make inquiries about you. So I need to communicate with you in order to know you. I need to create an atmosphere of communication where you can reveal yourself to me the way you want me to know you. And it's very important. Now the other thing is time. This intimacy takes time. It's not a one-time thing. It's not that you just build intimacy with God once and you end. No, it's a continuous thing. It's not that you just build international intimacy with your partner and it was once. No, it's a consistent thing. It's a continuous thing. You continue before marriage and even in the marriage. That is how it works. Sexual intimacy is not a one-time thing. It is a continuous thing. You get to know your partner's sexuality with time. It's not something you know once. It's not something you know once. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you get it wrong and you try again. That is how you get to learn. That is how you get to know your partner the way you should know your partner. It's not that your partner has an automatic sexual plug. No, you get to know them deeply with time. And that is the difference between instamacy and intimacy. What we call instamacy. Instamacy is an instant, intense, passionate affection towards someone. A lot of people think they are intimate with their partner, and what they are simply experiencing is instamacy, is not intimacy. That is what people call love at first sight. So he said, the moment I saw you, I just connected with you. It is true that you can actually connect with someone like that. Connect someone on a facial level like that. But when you are talking about intimacy, the deepest connection, then that cannot happen at once. It cannot happen at the first sight. No, that is intimacy. You must understand the difference. That is why a lot of people, they are going into sexual intimacy before time. They think they have already connected, whereas they are not connected, because intimacy takes time. That's different between intimacy and instamacy, and you must understand this. Another thing you must understand is that you must understand that you shouldn't boycott any of these stages. Don't boycott intimacy with God. If you want to make the right choice of partner, you must not boycott intimacy with God. If you want to enjoy deeper connection in your marriage, you must not boycott interpersonal intimacy with your partner. You must ensure that you do not boycott any of these stages. If you boycott interpersonal intimacy and you go into sexual intimacy before marriage, then you will not be able, it will be difficult for you to become friends with that person. It will be difficult for you to know that person deeply, because sincerely, sex and common sense, they don't really work together. So once you start having sex with your partner before marriage and you have not built that friendship that you ought to build, then you will not be able to see the person correctly. You will have a veil on your face that will be clouding your sense of judgment. And that's why a lot of people have made wrong choices and they now say, this was not the person I married. He has changed. She has changed. Really, most of the time, people don't change like that. It is because you have not really known them. That is the problem. So you must understand this. Now, I want to say this as a last note, which is very important. Be the friend before you be the spouse. What do I mean by this? Be the friend of your partner before you be his or her husband or wife. It is very important. And if you have become the husband and wife before and you are not really the friend, then work towards ensuring that you build that friendship, that interpersonal intimacy. It is very important. And don't forget, I said that later this month I'll be doing a special edition where I'll be answering your questions on intimacy, singles, married couples, my wife and I will be having an interview session with some other people that will be moderating the session, and it will be a mind-blowing time. I trust that that session will transform, those sessions will transform your life and will transform your marriages. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, stay safe. God bless you, and bye.